The first thing the pack doctor told me when I woke up was that my pup was gone. The second was that my mate, Zane, our pack's formidable Gamma commander, was too busy comforting another woman to answer the hospital's frantic mind links. When Zane finally burst through the clinic doors, he brought the freezing stench of the storm with him. His eyes were bloodshot, but he didn't look at me with grief. He looked at me with pure, unadulterated fury.
A fucking life, Serena! How could you make a decision like that without a single word?
I slipped in the mud, trying to board up our roof during the storm. I called out for you through our bond.
He lunged forward, his large, calloused hand gripping my chin, forcing me to meet his furious gaze.
The doctor said you miscarried. But I know you, Serena. You were furious that I gave the sanctuary pass to Quinn. Did you take wolfsbane? Did you kill our pup just to spine me?
I slapped his hand away.
You gave her the pass to the human safe zone. You left me to weather the storm alone while you fixed her roof because she's scared of thunder. If the pup survived, we wouldn't have the resources to feed it anyway.
Zane growled, pacing the room like a caged beast.
If you just learn to budget properly, my Gamma stipends is more than enough to feed you and a pup!
Oh, really? But how would that work, Zane? You have to save half your stippage to support Quinn.
Quinn's an Omega. She's fragile, and she's my dead captain's widow. He died saving my life on the battlefield. It is my sworn duty to take care of her. Why are you always so fucking jealous, grieving widow?
I stared down at my flat, aching stomach. The phantom weight of my pup was a gaping hole in my soul. Ever since I got pregnant, Quinn had been crying every single day. She would show up at our porch, tears spilling over her huge, innocent eyes, sobbing about how she was barren, how she would never be blessed with a pup. It didn't take long for Zane to lose his patience. He started scolding me in front of the entire pack, calling me an insensitive bitch for rubbing my pregnancy in Quinn's face.
Believe whatever helps you sleep at night, Commander. The pup is gone. You win.
Before Zane could snap back, the heavy hospital door creaked open.
Serena, did you really kill the pup?
Her face as pale as snow. She gasped out.
It's my fault. My body is so weak, and Zane worries about me too much. If you were angry, you should have punished me. Why would you hurt an innocent pup?
Zane rushed to her side, wrapping his strong arms around her waist, catching her before she could fall. His eyes were filled with nothing but raw, tender panic.
Even an outsider can see how monstrous this is. You murdered your own flesh and blood, and now you're taking it out on Quinn?
Zane, don't yell at her. It's my fault. I'm just a burden.
His large hand rubbing circles on her back. So gentle, so practiced. I watched them. The agonizing cramps in my uterus flared, but the pain in my chest had entirely disappeared. There was nothing left but ice.
Serena, Quinn is having a panic attack. I'm taking her back to the pack house. You need to cool off and think about what you've done.
He scooped the delicate Omega up in his arms and strode out of the room without a backward glance. Silence swallowed the room. A nurse hurried in.
Where did the Gamma go? Your surgery bill is still short of 20 silver coins.
I laughed, a dry, scraping sound. I'm discharging myself, I said, ripping the IV out of my arm.
I'm discharging myself.
Are you crazy? You just had a DCU to clean out the miscarriage. You're still bleeding. You could die.
I'm hard to kill.
I was done. I didn't want him, and I didn't want this bond anymore. Zane looked at the papers I slapped onto the cheap, rotting wood of my slum apartment table. He burst into a harsh, grating laugh that vibrated with his Gamma dominance.
A formal mate rejection? Are you out of your fucking mind, Serena? You're throwing away our bond over a sanctuary pass?
A bond with you is worse than having no bond at all. I am done watching Quinn's pathetic act. I am done being stepped on so you can play the tragic, honorable hero. Then go do your duty. Just leave me out of it. Sign the paper. I, Serena, reject you, Zane,
I I know your hormones are everywhere because of the miscarriage. You're emotional. I get it. I'm gonna try and be patient with you.
He stepped around the table, reaching out to pull me into his chest.
Serena, stop this. Pack your bags. Come back to the pack house. We can talk about the rejection later.
That is your house, not mine. Get out. If you don't sign it, I'll petition the Alpha to forcibly sever the bond.
Zane rubbed his temples, looking exhausted.
You don't have a job here. You don't have a clan backing you. How do you plan to survive without me, Serena? You'll starve in this neutral zone.
Don't worry about me, Commander. I just secured a permit to open an apothecary stall in the dirt market. Gathering herbs in the mud is a filthy job, but it'll keep me fed.
Serena! How could you do manual labor like that? It's all my fault. I shouldn't have taken the pass to the human zone. You can beat me, you can curse me, Serena, but please don't humiliate Zane like this. Working in the dirt market ruins his reputation as a gamma.
Look at her, Serena. Look at how selfless Quinn is, and look at yourself. When did you become such a cold-blooded, spiteful bitch? You'd rather dig in the mud and drag my name through the dirt than come home and act like a proper mate. You are unbelievable.
Take your pathetic stray and get the fuck out of my house, Zane. You're dirtying my floor.
Good. If you want to act tough, then stay here. Let's see how long your pride lasts when you're freezing to death.
He wrapped a protective arm around the sobbing Quinn and stormed out, slamming the rotting door so hard the hinges screamed.
Leave her be, Quinn. She's just throwing a tantrum.
I walked slowly to the door and slid the heavy iron deadbolt into place. Crawl back to you? I'd rather let the rogues tear my throat out. The neutral zone market smelled of sweat, raw meat, and desperation. I rented the cheapest open-air spot by the gutters and set up my apothecary stall. I woke up before dawn to forage in the dangerous outskirts and stayed up late brewing healing salves and stamina potions. Because my potions were potent and my prices fair, my stall quickly became the busiest in the market. In this harsh world, hard work was my only currency. Gossip trickled down from the human safe zone. I heard that Quinn had used my sanctuary pass to get a cushy job in the human textile factory. She wore a brand new cashmere coat bought by Zane, but she was too fragile. She complained about the cotton dust hurting her throat, whined about the loud machines, took sick leave constantly, and ruined a massive batch of expensive dyed fabric. The human boss wanted to fire her, but Zane used his gamma influence to protect her. I just smirked, handed a fresh bottle of wolfsbane antidote to a mercenary, and felt absolutely nothing. One evening, as I was packing up my crates, the heavy stomping of combat boots made the ground vibrate. Several heavily armed market enforcers blocked my stall. Zane's personal beta guard, Jax, was among them, pacing anxiously, avoiding my eyes. My stomach dropped. Before I could speak, the enforcer captain, wearing a red armband, stepped up.
Serena, we received a tip. You're accused of smuggling lethal contraband into pack territory.
You must have the wrong person. I sell healing herbs. What contraband?
Search it!
4 wolves tore my stall apart. Less than 2 minutes later, an enforcer dragged 2 heavy wooden crates from under my table and smashed them on the ground. The wood splintered. Dozens of pure silver daggers coated in refined, weaponized wolfsbane spilled out onto the cobblestones.
That's weaponized wolfbane on those silver blades. She's selling lethal weapons to rogues.
My dog is now was too.
That's a death sentence.
I stared at the silver daggers, my blood turning to ice. Those crates weren't mine. I had been framed. The crowd parted and Quinn shrank forward.
Serena, how could you be so stupid?
But her eyes gleamed maliciously as they swept over me. She cried, making sure her voice carried to everyone.
I told you to stop doing illegal things, but you called me a nosy bitch!
She pulled a crumpled piece of paper from her pocket, waving it as if it burned her fingers.
You said because you lost the pup, you wanted to make fast money to buy your way into the safe zone.
It was the most absurd, sickening lie I had ever heard. Zane pushed his way to the front. When his eyes landed on the wolfsbane-coated silver, his face turned the color of ash. He looked at me.
Serena, if you needed money, why didn't you come to me? Why would you shame me in the pack by doing this?
Zane, don't blame her! She lost her mind after the miscarriage. I tried to stop her, but she said I didn't understand what it's like to be poor.
He turned to the enforcer captain.
Captain, she has committed a crime. I am a gamma of this pack. I will not shield a criminal.
But please. Considering she recently suffered a miscarriage and is mentally unstable, show her mercy.
I will take her punishment. I will beg the Alpha. I'll give up my rank to pay off her sins. Just don't let them execute her.
In my past life, I would have begged for this kind of protection. Now, hearing it, knowing he said it only because he completely bought Quinn's bullshit, made me want to vomit. He didn't even ask me if I did it. He just instantly condemned me, playing the righteous hero who still loved his broken, wicked mate.
4 years as mate, Zane, and you genuinely think I'm the kind of bitch who would smuggling wolf-lice-coated silver just for a quick buck?
I spat, my voice laced with venom. Zane flinched. His eyes were completely bloodshot, filled with that sickening, patronizing disappointment.
The contraband is literally sitting in front of you. Do you want to be executed, Serena? Is it so fucking hard to just admit you made a mistake?
He grabbed my shoulders, his grip bruising my skin.
Just plead guilty. Pay the fine. I'll handle the Alpha. I will strip myself of my Gamma title to save you from the silver block, but you need to submit!
This was Zane, always intoxicating himself with his own profound, sacrificial love, while physically shoving me into a fucking abyss.
I didn't do it!
I snarled, shoving his chest so hard he stumbled back.
I'd rather let them tear my throat out than confess to a lie!
Suddenly, old Madame Clara, the human woman who rented me the stall space, charged forward. She was brandishing a heavy iron soup ladle like a weapon.
Who the hell are you calling a smuggler? This girl works herself to the bone before the sun even rises. She doesn't have time to deal with rogue scum.
Then, Clara paused, her eyes widening.
Wait a damn minute. I saw you!
Subscribe for the next episode.